What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 24 online CFM game. We are now in week 9 of the 2025 season here in the Premier Madden League. We're back on primetime television. It's Sunday Night Football, and it's a renewed rivalry between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. This is a big game for NFC West supremacy as the Seahawks enter today leading the division with a stout 6-2 mark. Meanwhile, our Rams, we're middle of the pack even after winning last week's game against the Dallas Cowboys. We do currently own the head-to-head tiebreaker over the Seahawks by virtue of our week 1 win on opening night. But if we lose tonight's game, we're probably going to lose grip of that tiebreaker. We'll split the season series with Seattle, and because of our 2 fair sim losses earlier in the season, both coming against division rivals, the 49ers and the Cardinals, that'll put us behind the 8 ball against the Seahawks, who definitely have a better divisional record than us. So there's a chance tonight is our last stand to try to win the division. If we win today, we pull within 2 games and we have the tiebreaker. But if we lose, we fall behind 3-4 games, perhaps an insurmountable deficit, especially with how well the Seahawks have been playing. They actually entered today with a 6-game win streak after starting the season 0-2. But our Los Angeles Rams now have a superstar receiver along with Cooper Kupp. That, of course, is Julian Fleming. Not really any great abilities, but just the prominent step up of Julian Fleming over the past couple of weeks has been dynamic for our offense, and we'll look to take that into rainy Seattle. Lumen Field, the host of a gloom and doom day, hopefully for the Seahawks and not for our Rams. The talking is over. It's time to play ball. We are underway. Sunday Night Football. Will Shepard, he's got to take this one after not calling for the fair catch, and Shepard does a good job to at least get back to the 21-yard line after that slight hesitation. Kenneth Walker, the 99 overall running back, losing a yard on the play. You got to keep an eye on the K9 all night long as the Seahawks burn an early timeout. Donald can't get to Walker, and you see what that 99 overall, 99 speed Kenneth Walker can do, just accelerating away from the likes of Donald. But that time, Aaron got his revenge. Only a gain of 3. Next play, this is Isaiah Rex, I believe, the tight end. Not going to get the first down. Good open field tackle by Roe Torrance. Got to make him earn it, and we've earned our stop on the defensive side of the ball by virtue of Lucan. When there's a big tackle that needs to be made, there's a good chance 23 will be on the scene. And what a stop to force the punt as we have Kirk Merritt with the run. And of course, you have to remember that our Los Angeles Rams lost Antonio Gibson to an injury in last week's win, so that's going to put Kirk Merritt into a prominent role, as well as Roschon Johnson that we'll talk about in a second. Oh, Jalen, a perfect pass on 3rd down, a dime to Puka Nacua to move the chains. Fleming going the wrong way, lost 4 yards on the jet sweep. 2nd down, Jalen the step up, going to get that yardage back and then some. 3rd down at the 44-yard line. They got a lot of time here, a lot of time. Jalen in trouble now, and he has to throw the ball away. This is a tricky spot here at the Seahawks 44-yard line. We have seen Chase McLaughlin make field goals from that long distance before, but in these rainy conditions, high winds might not be worth the risk. So we punt the ball, we play it safe, and in a game like this, right, you kind of just want to do what we normally do against the Seattle Seahawks, just weather the storm, figuratively, not literally tonight, early on, and then try to win the game in the quarter that matters the most, the 4th quarter. Bo Nix says otherwise as he puts the pedal to the metal, finding Noah Fant. Big 3rd down conversion. RPO, next play, it's Fant again. Trying to battle for the 1st down. He's close, inches away. 2nd down, Bo Nix, now a superstar on the field, and the 2nd-year quarterback out of Oregon has been a prominent factor in why the Seahawks are currently one of the best teams in the league, and we're seeing it firsthand right now. He's throwing some dots. 3rd down, they will give it to Walker. Can he get away from a Lucan? No, sir. Lucan does it again on 3rd down. It's him versus K9 right now, and Lucan is winning these battles on the downs that matter the most as we hold Seattle to 3 points. And look, our decision to punt the ball might have not been the sexy decision, but we put Seattle deep in their own territory, and they put together a really good drive and still only got 3 points at the end of the day. As Kirk Merritt with the grab early second quarter. Here's an RPO to Puka Nacua. That's not going to fly. Getting a yard, nothing more than that. Second down, Jalen, good pocket. That's underthrown, and probably a good thing because Puka didn't have any separation. Third down, here's Jalen firing for Fleming with the step and the amazing grab. Diving forward, Julian Fleming. That was spectacular. Though our bomb downfield took a lot of time off the play clock to get us downfield, and we actually end up burning a timeout before the next play. That's going to be a loss as we hand it off to Roshan Johnson. Here's Jalen Henderson on the keeper outside. Sindor couldn't get him, and Henderson sneaking some extra yardage to make it a third down and short. The drop back, the pressure up the gut. There's nothing there. Jalen buying time and eventually does the smart thing and throws the ball away. 17-mile-per-hour winds, and Chase McLaughlin able to still stick it through for 3 points for our Rams. 17-mile-per-hour winds. Field goal kicking is going to be difficult, and that might, as we've already seen this game, change our decision making on what to do on fourth down, whether going for it or perhaps even punting the ball. And that time, we could have easily went for it there, but we had to give McLaughlin a shot to see if he could make that field goal. He could. He earned our trust, so now we know later in the game, if we need it, we can go to it. As Bo Nix, great pocket. He's able to locate Tyler Lockett midway into second quarter. Draw play for Charbonnet, and he's able to get away from the first wave as Seattle sticking to the ground game here, but it's not going to work on second down. Gabe Hall and Jadeveon Clowney, I believe, on the scene. Bo Nix, ball in his hands on third down. Pocket is great. Outside, man open. He's got it. Noah Fant for the first down as both Bo Nix and Jalen Henderson not fazed by the weather tonight as Kenneth Walker walks it in. That was as easy as it gets from the goal line, and Kenneth Walker gives Seattle the lead. A 7-point lead after the PAT, and tonight, no PAT can be taken for granted with those wins, because if you mess up your accuracy just a little bit, that meter will be very unforgiving. That's an unforgiving misfire by Jalen Henderson. Had an open man for the first down. This time he's on target, and Fleming with another great grab with Tariq Woolen on his back. Oh, the screen pass wasn't really there. Jalen still takes the sack. You don't like to see that. It's second down and 21. Jalen not trusting his eyes all of a sudden. Buying time. Dancing in the pocket. Spins to the left side. Eyes downfield. Defenders got him running in circles. Jalen Henderson running for his life right now, and it's all for naught. It's an incompletion at the end of the day. Third down and a bunch. Jalen once again dancing in the pocket. Pressure's picked up. Drifting to the left. Man open. And we have a flag. We have a flag, and it's defensive pass interference. That was going to, I believe, Julian Fleming, one of our superstars out there that had a great chance to catch that ball, but the defender came a bit too early, and it was going to be a tough catch, but it's kind of impossible when you get hit before there's contact with the ball. So we'll definitely take that. Third and 21, and we get the conversion as Roshan Johnson, the newest member of the Los Angeles Rams, running for the first down, and we burn our first timeout. Here's Kirk Merritt in the game, and Merritt, he'll get a gain of 3, not much, but it's going to take a lot of time. We only have one timeout. So here's the snap on second down. Man open! Oh, that would have been big to get the first down and get out of bounds. That was for Maryland, but it's incomplete. Third down, Jalen, good pocket against the 3-man rush, extending, looking, eyes downfield. Fleming got it! He made the grab! Holy cow! Julian Fleming is dominating! Evans can't get it on first down. We had to take a shot to Mike Evans, 6'5" receiver. Didn't work out there. Second down, Henderson outside for Fleming, and it's picked off. Devon Witherspoon, look at him, going away from Fleming. Henderson can't get him, falling behind, and it's Devon Witherspoon on the last play of the first half. Coast to coast for 6. Wow, a game changer as the Rams look to tie the game up. Instead, it's Seattle doubling up the lead. And a big mistake by Jalen Henderson. That's the one thing you cannot afford in that situation. That is a 10-point swing, bare minimum, as we had a chance to kick a field goal. Instead, we throw it a pick 6 with pretty much no time left in the half. And in a game like this, you just don't want to fall behind. A wetter game, you don't want to put the ball in the air too much. We've already seen Jalen with a bit of a misfire, and now his ball security is an issue as well. Jalen Henderson with the lost fumble on the first play, and ultimately the last play of the opening drive of the second half. And it's quickly falling apart for our Los Angeles Rams here at Lumen Field as we have an injury to Charles Cross, the offensive tackle for the Seahawks. They'll bring up a 3rd down and 6. Here's Bo Nix handling the bad snap and looking to give Metcalf a chance, but he did anything but. This is a 48-yard field goal, and it's going to drip inside, and good. What a clutch kick there on 4th down by Seattle to make it a 17-point lead. And, you know, we just have to point to the end of the first half to why in the world we're suddenly down 17 in a game that it looked like we were about to tie up going into the locker room. And the mistake on the throw, I think that was just thrown a bit too late on that out route, right? Julian Fleming got a better break than I expected as Jalen Henderson tripped up after getting the first down. And, you know, we threw it a little bit earlier. I think that would have been a completion, but I think my mistiming on throwing that, it just ended up being a disaster. And, yeah, worst case scenarios, we threw the pick for 6. That was definitely not what we were trying to do there. We were trying to do anything but turn the ball over in that situation, and now we're in the hole, and now it's 3rd down and 7, and now Jalen looking outside for Maryland, and that's great coverage as Seattle's defense has definitely come to play today, and we really have not much of a choice but to punt this ball away. We don't want to compound our issues, right? Like, we've already dug ourselves into this hole. We don't want to make it any worse, but our defense suddenly giving up a big play. You see Bo Nix, nothing flashy, but 12 for 13. He's not the one making the mistakes today. He's doing what Seattle needs to do as a game manager more than anything else, as Charbonnet with a nice cutback inside. He's got the first down to the 16-yard line. Seattle trying to go on a statement drive here. A touchdown could all but wrap this game up. Man in motion on 2nd down. It's Metcalf, and he won't get too far. He gets a yard, nothing more. It's 3rd down and 12, and Seattle they've been doing all game long, running the ball on 3rd down, and as we've been doing all game long, getting tackles with Foyce Alucon on 3rd down as we somehow nearly got to that kick on 4th down, and that will make it a 20-point game. So we got a positive out of that. We got to stop. But obviously, offensively, we are kind of stuck in the mud right now. And like I said, right, we don't want to pass the ball too much in this game, but now we're starting at our own 13-yard line, and we pretty much have no choice. And we cannot even hit a swing route to the back. So it's not looking too promising right now. Is Jalen in trouble, taking the sack. Pocket collapses right before we're about to bomb one to Cooper Kupp. And now here's Jalen in his own end zone, looking downfield. He's got Kupp, he's got time, and he's got the throw. We call up 10 on 3rd down and a mile, and it seems like our best plays are coming on 3rd down and forever. We just don't want to be in that situation. We don't want to be in a situation where we're even in 3rd down, of course, as Kirk Merritt gets the carry there. And circling back to the Roschon Johnson thing, I really should have talked about this before the game, but we actually traded for Roschon Johnson before the game as Merritt, he's outpaced, and it thankfully was not intercepted. So after the Antonio Gibson injury, we actually traded a 4th-round pick for Roschon Johnson. This is Mike Evans burning Witherspoon and making the grab. That could have potentially been a touchdown there with a better thrown ball, but we'll take a first down at the 10-yard line as Jalen not going to get much on the design run. 2nd down, Kupp in motion. He won't get it. It's Jalen in trouble. Holy cow, every which way you could see the pressure. No chance for the young quarterback. 3rd down, up the seam, and picked off. That's Teron Johnson, who will eventually take the touchback after getting the interception. And it's all going wrong. The 2nd red zone turnover of the game. And I mean, looking, this kind of game, this kind of weather game, you just don't want to make those mistakes. You got to get your points in those situations. And, I mean, that's really what's dooming us right now. It's just a small little blitzkrieg of a sequence where we throw the pick 6, we fumble the ball, and now this. You know, obviously, you know, the what-if game is pretty opening a can of worms when you say, oh, yeah, what if we didn't do all that? But if, you know, we just stick to our guns there, and let's just say we kick 3 every single time as opposed to throwing a pick 6 and all that, and we don't fumble the ball, and it's like, all right, like, we're in a position where we can still win the game. But, you know, the margin for error, I talk about it sometimes, the margin for error in these games is very, very small, and we do a good job of tight roping that a lot of these games. But you see what happens when we have 1 or 2 slip-ups. It's not a disaster. We've seen people throw a billion picks in games like this. It's 2 interceptions and a fumble. And that's all it takes for us to be down 20 with not much of a chance to win the game. But here we are going for Maryland. And at this point, Jalen Henderson is scattershot with his accuracy. Roshan Johnson going sideways and not taking the gap up the middle. And now he's actually losing a yard on the play. 3rd down, RPO. That is caught and maybe lost the yard. Making the grab was Maryland. 4th down and goal. And obviously, we got to go for this here. Down by 20. Play clock winding down. Jalen looking. That is Merritt. He did make the catch. He did not get into the end zone. A turnover on downs for our Los Angeles Rams as Bo Nix steps out of bounds. He pulled the Jimmy G before he got rid of that ball. Back foot went out. That is a safety. That is 2 points and the ball for our Rams. And hey, man, maybe this could be our chance to get back into the game. We've done it in a lot of our losses where we rallied late and gave ourselves a chance to win the game late. Who's to say we can't do it again? And who's to say we can actually steal this game? Jalen, fearless with the ball in his hands. We've got nothing to lose, and Jalen's play style is reflecting that right now as we juke to the 38-yard line. 3-man rush will give us the time. Got a man wide open. But Cup can't extend to make the grab. A little bit out of the reach as Jalen continues to struggle in the 17-mile-per-hour storm. As we have RJ Maryland with the grab to the 21-yard line. Gonna go up tempo here, down by 18. Jalen rolling the pocket. Got a man out of stamina. Jalen is gassed. That's normally a play we can hit, but Jalen can't accelerate. So 2nd down, we got to keep him in the pocket. Going to Kirk Merritt, trying to goes sideways. That actually lost us a couple of yards. 3rd down, Merritt wide open at the backfield, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock with 4:39 remaining. 1st down and goal at the 3. Jalen takes it himself, and he'll take it in for 6. Option play there, and Jalen does it himself. And that is our first touchdown of the game with 4:37 remaining as the PAT just swings through. No surprise here, down by 11. We're going to go for the onside kick. Can we get another onside recovery? It's up in the air and picked up by Brockington. JSN mishandled the initial catch attempt as Kenneth Walker gets a 1st down immediately and battling for more. Hey, man, at least I stopped the clock, but I guess that's a best case scenario out of giving up a 20-yard run. And now the reality is we need to force a 3 and out right now, and that's just not happening as Kenneth Walker to the 6-yard line. Seattle's patient ground game just taking small chunks out of it, especially on 1st and 2nd down. We won't even need a 2nd down to close this drive out as Zach Charbonnet walks it in, and Seattle, they know that we're trying to blitz them to stop the run. They are trying to kill the clock, and they still took it right to us. And that's a way to send a statement here as the Seahawks are on their way to getting a grip hold on 1st place that we may not be able to relinquish them, get them to relinquish it as we get Jalen Henderson on the run here. I mean, at this point, down 18. I think we've kind of conceded our fate. Obviously, we're never going to give up. We're going to keep pushing, but, reality is what it is as that ball, even a decent pass, still feels a little underthrown right now. And, after last week's game, Jalen Henderson did not play too well against the Dallas Cowboys despite turning it around in the 2nd half. We're simply going to need better quarterback play. These inconsistent outings, that's all we need. We just need consistency from Jalen. And if it's consistently bad, then maybe we have to make another decision. Who knows? Because, looking back at it, Tyree Jackson, he played a pretty good game in Week 5 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And look, if Jalen Henderson is going to do that and just miss a wide open guy in a drag, then it's like, look, we might have a better option at quarterback on our bench. So, even though Jalen Henderson was the starting quarterback of last year's Super Bowl team, it doesn't make him immune to potentially getting the hook right here. So, as we officially take the 18-point loss to the Seattle Seahawks, it's time for Jalen Henderson to look in the mirror. Is he really going to be our quarterback that we continue to build our offense around and make him the focal point? It's fun when he's able to run the ball, but at the end of the day, a quarterback's got to be able to make passes. And, a day like today, now granted, these are tough conditions in the rain against a really good team, but, we do need him to, even against the Browns, right, where he had no interceptions in week 6, still fumbled the ball a lot, right? That was still a big reason why we lost that game against Dallas a couple of weeks ago, or last week. A lot of missed throws. We almost didn't get the dev story with Julian Fleming because of that. So it's a lot of look in the mirror moments for our Los Angeles Rams as we stare down the barrel of a 3-5 record heading into week 10 against the Arizona Cardinals, because we got to be ruthless at this point, right? There's no babying ourselves around. We have a season to save at this point. It's not on life support, but 3-5 is, we have a hole to get out of now, and it's not going to be easy, and we're going to have to make some of those tough decisions. So we'll see, man, right? If we get off to another bad game against the Arizona Cardinals, we're going to have to make some tough decisions, but that's next week's problem. For now, we'll go back to the drawing board. Shout out to Seattle. Good games to them, man. They definitely did what they had to do, and now they have firm control of the NFC West, and at this point we just gotta look at the wild card picture, I suppose. And so leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed what you guys saw today. Subscribe for more Madden 24 gameplays, and a friendly reminder in today's video, in the past couple of games where we've made it maybe look easy on our Super Bowl runs, but this is anything but. The margin for error is small. When you slip up, it turns out like this. So I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you as always for watching.